Here I am again, like a long lost friend. All the places I've been, when will it never end?
So we have.
This looks so good, dude. This looks so
You see
good.
me?
Oh my god, yeah. Bro.
I'm on the radio.
Hold on. Cool. I'll screenshot that.
Gonna crash and burn, we better slow down. Time's up, don't say it, I don't wanna know now. Breathe me in, breathe me out slow, cause you're all I wanna know right now. Tell me again, why do we wanna hurt? Maybe we should let go right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That song just dropped yesterday, y'all. It's available on all platforms. That was one of my singles. Time's Up by J-Mo-B. And before that, you heard Michael William Johnson, the first, which he's here right now.
Yes.
That's him live on the radio. He made it.
I'm always late, I'm sorry.
And before that, there was the Mortonians, Before I Sink. And we started with American Dream, a brand new song from Hoey and Jeans that you guys heard live on the air last week. And I got to see it again live on Wednesday at Little Sheba's. That was an awesome event. I loved every second of that. And
You finally come to a show that
I
I'm
know,
sick.
that's what I said. I told Justin, I said, look, I've been trying to come see him perform, and the time that I pull up, he's not there. But it was still awesome.
I was not good at all, man. I was down for a couple days. I got way far behind.
I was,
I did get the Mixed Emotions video out, though. I got it out.
Did. I was blown away, though, at Little Sheba's. I'm going to say that right now. Like,
Yeah?
at one point, I found myself, I probably looked like...
Wait till you go to the winery.
I probably looked like a kid in the candy store or whatever, because I was watching 5 people on a stage together, each playing an instrument, riffing, going crazy together, and I was almost emotional. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy to see, and it was awesome to see, and it, like to know, like these are just people right here in this town.
I personally,
it was insane. Bro.
I personally do not possess that ability.
You do too.
I do not,
You
but
do.
but they all will come up and play with me. I'm not talented enough to just go up there and be like, oh, you're playing a song I never heard of before. Here, let me jump in right in.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
was
can't
crazy.
do that.
Like Chris
But-
York, he stayed on
Yeah,
the stage.
Chris
with like 5
York,
different
dude.
people. I was like, this
Chris
guy's
York
killing it.
will play leads behind anybody. Tony Hawley will hit the.
Tony's
He
hit the
keeps
drums.
telling me what that is. I don't know what that is. That thing he plays is like, I want to say a conga, but I know it's not a conga. But it's really cool.
That's
And
what I
then
would call it,
Kyle
I
can
guess.
harmonica over
It was
anything.
awesome, bro. I had such a good time.
And then Wes will play bass behind anything, and so will is his name Dave? I can't remember.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's so good, and I have never felt like there's a feeling you get when like I get the tracks back from Jordan in the UK, and he sends me back my own music or whatever, and it sounds big and ballady and awesome. There's that feeling, and then there's the feeling when I'm at Sheba's when everybody rushes the stage to play my own songs with me, and I'm
awesome.
like, this is so good. You know, like,
I was having a great time watching.
yeah. But yeah, dude, like the same stuff that happens at that jamboree with Kyle and Tony, same stuff happens way more often up at the winery, man. I've been on that Treaty Line stage.
Speaking of the winery,
Yeah.
Pilgrimage Winery.
Pilgrimage
We have
Winery.
Scott Eckart. Is that
We
how you
do.
pronounce her last name? I don't want to
Yeah.
make Scott Eckart's here in the station.
Can
with
you hear
us.
him okay?
Yeah, his mic's up.
Okay.
His mic's on.
Because we're using an
Say hi,
SM7B
Scott.
for
Yeah,
him.
hey, guys, I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. it's a fantastic thing you guys got here. A real opportunity to broadcast the awesome music that's going on here. That's a big part of our mission and what we're all about. So, I mean, you just opened up 4 killer tracks from local musicians.
Oh yeah.
And that's the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, just thanks for having me here, man.
I want to get to a point where we have like entire shows where we don't even play mainstream music. Like it's everybody.
I actually have I have collectively. Well, now I've got a lot of his music, so we got way more than an hour now.
Nice. You got
but I got a solid hour of nothing but that I could play.
Well, we're going to talk about Treaty Line Records and Treaty Line Recording Studio, because my mission is to have a place for people to come record tracks, because we love the music and we're going to support it and we're going to be benefactors and get tracks out there for people. I mean, I have my specialty, I have my style, but at the end of the day, an engineer's job is to try and realize the vision of the artist, and so we'll try and do that. But the bottom line is, we're about to release a record, and we're going to talk about that, of 8 artists that we consider them our residents at Pilgrimage Wine Company. They're all local artists, original music, all recorded at the farm and mixed mastered, and they're going to release on vinyl on August 8th. And I mean, it's kind of the Pepsi Taste Challenge. It's like, you listen to it, you tell me if you think this is legit or not. And I think we're all really excited about the record. We're going to play some of those tracks tonight. And again, it's Treaty Line's Sampler Volume 1, and I hope it's one of 100, because I can't wait to work with. There's so much talent in this town.
I like the concept of it, what you're doing with that.
It's just the first of hopefully many. And,
I hope to be on Volume 2.
Yeah. I mean, and 3 and 4 and 5. I mean, just ripping off tracks. Like we're getting it down a little bit. So I'm excited for what we got going, and I think this radio station is an integral part, integral cog in the wheel, if you will, of what it's going to take to develop and there's things that I'm willing to talk about tonight in terms of things statewide with Homac and Farmette, and that's coming to Richmond next year. We're going to get an opportunity to showcase Richmond as a live music venue area.
I think Richmond needs that too.
Yeah, it really does. It needs to get revitalized. It's what we're trying to do.
This is something that we're super fired up about, but again, something that's come to my attention recently, and you guys probably know this better than I do as a transplant. Jeanette Records is the birthplace of recorded music. Like we are sitting on a gold mine of a story. Like if we get enough people that are passionate and believe in it and want to make this happen, there's no reason why 10 or 12 or 20 of us can't get fired up and be like, we're going to make this a destination. And all I can see as a business owner that's booking musicians that are playing their own music, but that's just kind of our shtick. There's tons of great live music, 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week, plenty of venues. Like there's an undercurrent of talent here, and my job as an entrepreneur is to like dump gas in the fire and drop the match and see what happens.
Exactly. Like, dude, most definitely there's so many talented people here, but it's to get that light on them and to get people to care and to get people to come to the shows. Like,
we got to get the musicians to believe, and then we got to figure out a marketing way, and we've got people that we're talking to, and the record label's part of that to convince the public, like, no,
it's worth it.
You are sitting here in a place where that might be a librarian, but you go to an open mic and they're going to break your heart with the song that they wrote. Yeah. That happens routinely here. It's our job to convince the public through social media and radio station and in belief by the core artists that are here that what we're doing holds its weight. And again, this record is just our first attempt to show. I mean, again, I'm very proud of it, but it brought a tear to my eye to play it for all of the artists when the masters came back and they were all clapping for it. It was like being in high school again. Just like like people were like, they were so stoked for each other. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't let you down, and I think as we're all saying, the class of 2026, no skips, like every song on there, and they're all regional artists, great people, and I mean, I want to believe that this is just the start of something beautiful, man.
Yeah, Oh, you said you brought some of those tracks tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna play a couple.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude!
we're gonna
Everybody
drop-
We
brings
got a
us
bunch.
exclusives.
The
He's brought the
vinyl,
most
the
music out of
vinyl's
anybody
coming
so
out on
far,
the 8th.
so.
That's being produced, but the masters are back. It's on a secret Bandcamp private track, but I'm
okay.
gonna share a couple of the masters.
Now on Bandcamp, they can subscribe to that to be able to hear it now, or is
Nope.
there a date?
No,
No,
it's private right now.
I don't know about Bandcamp, so it's like a campaign.
So yeah, I mean, a little bit of a diatribe. I mean, everybody puts their stuff on streaming, but obviously you're not. I mean, you're basically not going to make any money off that.
Right.
It's and we talk about this a lot. Like, your music is kind of your calling card. Where it's at is the live performance, and that's another reason why I totally respect Michael's music and his output. You look at it; it's polished, it's slick, it sounds great. Go see the guy.
Right.
Like, he sounds like the record. That's the litmus test. He can pull it off. Most of the people that we're dealing with can pull it off. All of them. I mean, there's just some really talented live performers, and that's kind of the shtick that we're into. So streaming, you're basically sacrificing your music as your calling card. But if you actually want to monetize it, release it digitally as kind of like what used to be a CD. We're putting our 8-track sampler on LP. It's going to be released as a vinyl album. You buy the album, you'll have access to the digital downloads. Bandcamp's the place where you go to sell it for a quarter or a buck or something.
Bandcamp, SoundCloud,
All of the big
ReverbNation,
bands
that sort of
will
stuff.
put some of their music on, like, sacrifice it to Spotify, but what if they really are selling it? I used Nick Dittmeyer and the Sawdusters. He's from South Indiana. He's in Europe touring right now. He's played at the winery. He's amazing talent, really great Americana rock. If you want to see how it's done, see how he's doing it. I mean, he's still a relatively small, unsigned artist. We're signed to a small label, but he's killing it, man. So, and a big part of what he does is via Bandcamp. So
cool. I kind of like when I was releasing another love song, I put it up 2 weeks early on maybe it was probably ReverbNation maybe or SoundCloud. I'd put it up there first for a week, and then it would release on Spotify. You know, and then I'll put like a little extra demo or an exclusive over there. So maybe get $1 or $2, and then I'll put on Spotify for
pennies. So you make it exclusive on there, and they can't stream it unless they.
They can stream it. They can stream
if they
it
have
there.
a subscription to Bandcamp, they'll be able to get access to it. But you can also buy it and download. But it's not free like your $9 subscription.
But does that go to the artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Percentage.
At least I was about to say at least a percentage. Yeah.
But it's a way bigger. It's like, I think, 70% versus 0.0000.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys made 1,000 streams. You just made 15 cents.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's a tough business, guys.
A little bit in that. A little bit of a sidebar. I'm pretty sure that you told me the first would be because I traveled to the winery. We did like an hour or 2 long podcast.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that is going to drop on the 1st of July.
Yeah, it's coming. I mean, we've got a loose schedule with the Pros podcast, which I host. We're up to 26 episodes. Backlog with things. The next one that's coming, because I just did one with Joe Shelton, who's again, doing the same thing we're doing, but in the Greenfield area, live, local, and original music. Really talented artist, been doing it for a long time. He has a music and moonshine podcast. Great dude. And his just went this weekend. We're going to do one with I alternate between my 2 passions, which is winemaking and grape growing, but the beer, wine, and spirits industry, and then we flash over. So our next one is going to be with expert from the Finger Lakes, but yours is coming next.
Okay,
it's coming.
cool.
Yes.
As soon as it's coming, you'll all know where it's at, because I won't shut up about it.
That was a fun as hell interview. So
that's another thing. I've been to this studio. I have not this studio. I've been to his studio more than once. Like
we're figuring it out.
Is it in Cambridge City?
It's at our farm. It's in the barn. But the
cool.
big thing is
It's
we've got
immaculate.
good speakers. We've got great monitoring. It sounds good, and that's the key thing.
Doesn't ever matter the location. It matters the equipment and who you got running it.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
that
I mean, you can make a hit album with the shoebox if you know what you're doing, but if you got the good stuff,
and
you
we
got
always
it.
say, like, you could give Stevie Ray back in the day a guitar, or Bob Marley. He plays his reggae medley with a 5-string guitar because you can't afford a 6-string, and it sounds unbelievable. You give somebody that doesn't know how to play a $2,500 guitar, and it's going to sound like crap. So it's the musician. It's the artist for sure.
So I want to start asking some questions, but do you want me to play some music first, or do you
Yeah,
wanna...
I mean,
I think we should play some music first.
What I really was hoping to do, because I do believe there's so much good music, and if you don't have a body of it here, I mean, I can tell you, Aaron Nell has a fantastic record that's on Bandcamp. He worked with Craig Wynn. Those are two guys that are Richmond OGs, phenomenal multi-instrumentalist. There's good music here. Treaty Line and then Mark Eckart at Fat Pig Records up outside of Dunkirk. He's going to be recording he's got a phenomenal studio. He's kind of in the same business as me. Like we are going to get anybody that's a good musician, a track or two or an EP or whatever. Our job now is to give you a playlist of local music and
I'm ready for
blow it up. So
I like the fact that the Tree Line Record stuff they started with the LP. It's all recorded there. Like I was like, oh, I can just give you. Just I know we all. It's because we recorded
there. I
there.
produced it. I've got my style. So what I wanted to do was share. I mean, the first song you're going to play, I think, is a song I recorded in 1997 when I was a college musician at the University of Florida. I come from Pensacola. So yeah, I mean, like. But I am still proud of this track. It's still a really cool song, very different than what I do now. But I mean, and I wouldn't say my influences are all over the place, because I'm not. I never really got hardcore into metal or rap or some of those different genres. I wouldn't really know how to produce that. But I'm indie, I'm folk, I'm EDM. I've produced a lot of electronic music, post rock. We've got instrumentals. That's what I bring to the party. That's kind of my style. Of course, acoustic now, singer-songwriter stuff. So I wanted to showcase a varied kind of, selection of different tunes that I've produced over what now is literally a 30-year career, and then play a couple songs for you. And if anybody's listening, it's kind of like, okay, this is who may record your record. I might want to be doing a bluegrass thing, and I wanted a little bit more organic. I'll give that a shot, but my wheelhouse, and it definitely comes through in the Treaty Line record, and everybody admits it. There is an inherent style in the production and the way I mixed it, and I think that's cool. And we talk a lot about the parallels between the music and the wine. Wine, a big part of what makes great wine great is the uniqueness of, we call it terroir in wine. It tastes like the place that it came from. The music sounds like the place that it came from, and those those two things, original wines, original music, they're part and parcel. So
all right, let's play this song from.
Play a couple songs. This is going all over the map. This is from 1997, Good Times.
And before I'm going to give my fact.
Hold on, but he says this comes from 1997. I know this isn't a visual medium right now, but I'm wearing a WCW NWO t-shirt, which was relevant in 97.
Hey, and Scott's got a cool ass hat on right now. It says,
yeah.
I may be old, but I got to see all the cool bands. I like
Damn
that.
right.
I'm a hat guy. I like that.
So you're going to hit us with a fact?
Yeah, the fact on the topic of hair, because I need a haircut. My hair's crazy today. So the most rare color of hair is natural red. It's the rarest in the world, found in only about 1 to 2% of the global population, and black is the most common hair.
I feel like I've heard news stories that say like the gene that makes the ginger people, like it's starting to go, it's going to go away, and eventually the gingers won't exist anymore. But I feel like it's a load of crap. But like it's been on the news before.
If you're saying it's 1 to 2% of the global population, that's not
dwindling.
Very much, right? That's not very much at all. But we're gonna jump into some good times. This is Scott Eckart from 1997.
Going way back.
After that,
listen
we got
to the sax solo. The sax solo.
You want to come back to him after the song, or you want me to?
No, just play the three, and we'll chat. And you're
Dare
gonna
Go
see
to
three.
Flambeau. After that, also Scott Eckart, followed by E-Canteen Revolution. Did I say that right?
E-Canteen Revolution.
Revolution.
You couldn't get three more different tunes.
All right, I like that. The Mixed Emotion Show. That's why we like a mix up of everything.
You never know I'm talking about good time, just you and me, two good friends, sitting in a tree. I'm talking about good time, just you and me, two good friends, it's happy as we can be.
That is an Evo with a gated tremolo. That's all guitar. So,
Is that like disco hi-hat beat?
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Scott Eckart. Right here in the station, and you guys just saw a very versatile mix just in the first three songs we've played. Like that.
You at least heard it.
Heard it. Oh yes, that song. You definitely heard
Well,
it.
I mean, you'll see
You'll
it.
see it eventually, but you just heard it for the first time.
Hey, and you know
WCF.
what? If we continuously use independent artists and they're not mainstream tracks,
Yeah,
I
you
can
can.
actually put them in the video edit. Because right now it's like volumes up, problems down, click, and I have to edit till we come back because I can't play that
Right.
stuff on YouTube. Will all get flagged. So if we're doing indie stuff all the time, then we can do the whole thing. You know.
We didn't get to say the volumes up, problem down yet.
I was waiting.
It was going to be a volumes up.
Problems down.
Yeah. We'll sneak it in. Now that you guys know that we're expecting it, we'll sneak it in a little later time. Scott Eckart, you're so far, I'm loving it. The first song, Good Times. Even though I was a little kid when you dropped that, it reminds me of the music I listened to growing up. Some like I could see some like some Savage Garden maybe, some what is I can't even think of his name
I think
now.
Dave Matthews.
That Dave Matthews, that's who I was thinking of. Yes, I like that vibe.
Yeah, I mean, in the South, that guy ruled the college radio station. That Dave Kurzman, who played the sax on that, was not a part of our band. He was in Big Sky amongst Super Sugar, a bunch of funk bands. But I was like, I knew him to be the best musician that I knew at 21 years old, and that solo, that's 64 bars, one take, and I saw that early on, like, great musicians come in and they just have something. I know when I'm recording myself, like I'll put it on loop and have to do it 40 times, and then I still gotta auto-tune it a lot of times. He absolutely devastated that one take. I love that too, but the thing that just really blows me away is to think that CD was released when I was a college sophomore, not even 20 or 21 years old. My band, The Neighbors, was touring around the South, at very, very small clubs, and that's 29, almost 30 years ago. And
Hey,
it
but
feels
it's
like
new to me.
yesterday.
That song's going on my summer
It feels
playlist.
like yesterday. So
I was gonna say, like, I do that 20 years in the making thing where I take my 2006 songs and make them in
Right.
2026. I'm like, 20 years, that was 30 years.
yeah,
you know?
it's crazy because in my own brain, I don't look in the mirror and I mean, I see wrinkles and stuff, but
you
I
don't feel it.
But I don't feel it. I mean,
Right.
and that's just one of the I guess the quagmires or paradoxes. I still, I mean, that feels like. I mean, I recorded that with Dave. I still have vivid memories of being at the barn with Jack Sizemore in Britain, at their place way back in the day, and it feels like yesterday. So that's just one of those things about life.
When did you first start playing music?
Yeah,
Picking up an instrument or start writing lyrics?
Okay, so my story is, you see this pretty gnarly scar here.
Oh, wow.
I fell off a fence when I was in 5th, 4th grade or something, and had a compound fracture, and it damaged my arm pretty significantly, and my hand was all jacked up, had all kinds of nerve damage and stuff like that, and I don't know, I guess my mom was a big music fan and whatnot, but I was in a cast and had all kinds of nerve damage, and I went to the mall, which is what we used to do in the 90s,
Right.
and I went to the movie theater and I saw U2 Rattle and Hum. And there's a famous scene where they walk in the Rose Bowl, a red screen, and the Edge walks, and all these fireworks, and they start playing Where the Streets Have No Names, and I was obsessed with the Fender Stratocaster and U2, and wanted to be a guitar player, and so I used the fact that because my parents were, my mom was a music fan, but my dad, military, was relatively strict. Was like, I'm not going to get you a guitar and let you be a long-haired hippie type, which is exactly what I eventually became. But I used the fact that my arm was all damaged, and it's like, look, Mom, if I do this, and the therapist agreed, like, yeah, it actually would help him recover. And boom, I got a red K starter electric guitar for Christmas that year, and off to the races. I've just always been a
You never
passionate
looked back
musician.
since.
Yeah, I mean, my first band was in middle school, the Psychotic Peanuts.
I like that.
Horrible,
The Psychotic
horrible.
Peanuts.
But I mean, again, I grew up in Pensacola. We were into skate rock. We were playing TSOL, Flowers by the Door. We were playing Agent Orange, like this crazy kind of punky stuff. But that gravitated more to, again, when I got to University of Florida, I was lucky enough to get kind of under the umbrella or the tutelage of Sister Hazel, and they kind of taught me to write pop songs and harmonize more than anything. So I'm a big fan of music that has a strong vocal, kind of again, we talk about it in Central Florida, Gainesville. Tom Petty went to Gainesville High School. He's from Gainesville. He was the king, but Jimmy Buffett was God. And so those two guys kind of, with Sister Hazel, taught me, integrally. And as much as I don't rail against cover musicians, because for many years I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gigs. And I think that was invaluable. I mean, that's how you learn the insides of a song and how to write a song and all that stuff. So, but that's kind of how I learned. And from there, it's just kind of morphed over time. I mean, again, Good Times is relatively straightforward. My next record was that beach bum folk. It was kind of funny. I've always been a little self-conscious about trying to write indignant lyrics, like, holier than thou type stuff. So I've always been kind of sarcastic and a little self-deprecating and kind of funny and in some ways juvenile. And then it moved more to, again, one of my bands that I'm very passionate about, REM from Athens, obviously. And I love Michael Stipe's word collage. So I've kind of morphed. I've always, written what I feel like is about stars and deeper philosophical issues, but without trying to have a message and tell people their business. It's just always been more personal to me. So,
Okay.
It's morphed. But then, like I mentioned, in the 90s, EDM kind of blew up. One of the dumbest things I ever did was trade my beloved Taylor 410 for a Roland GR30 guitar synth, so I could start playing. That technology becomes obsolete so fast. But I really early on gravitated to 808s and beats and 303s and that kind of techno stuff, trance in particular, because I grew up listening to alternative music, the Smiths, The Cure, REM, Depeche Mode, New Order, all that kind of alternative stuff, and that's kind of the body, and I think that comes through even all these years later. So I mean, that little set of music, it starts with Good Times, and that was played on the radio back in the day, but then There Go the Flambeaus, kind of a surf, kind of all kinds of little influences going on there.
Peachy vibe.
And then I will always bring in electronic music elements. So as a producer, for anybody that's looking to work with me, I mean, I do love throwing a mic on an acoustic guitar and seeing what we can do, but I really like to try and coax a little bit more of an alternative vibe and sound out of it. And at the end of the day, I mean, a producer should be in service of the artist. Quid pro quo, they need to leave happy with what they're hearing. But I also love the fact that it's why you two will work with Flood or Daniel Lianos or these big time producers, because they're bringing in a sound that they want and get that signature. And that's one of the things I love about this Treaty Line Records is, like, again, we endearingly, I love the fact that all of those artists are like, no skips. Everybody's really proud of this song that they were able to contribute. But you listen to it, and there is, even with the mastering, it's just like, it flows. It's really, it's been very gratifying.
I like that. Are you originally from here, or did you
I am not.
migrate to here?
Yeah,
or whatever
so yeah, I mean, we came here to take my grandfather's farm nobody was using it. Again, my wife and I own Pilgrimage Wine Company here in Cambridge City, Indiana. We are very much about doing things the old way. I joined the Navy, was stationed in Italy. Never in a million years thought I would get into the wine industry, but when you're in Italy in the summer, you drink wine. I mean, you hang out, you go to vineyards. It was quite a nice pace of life. I fell in love with that European ethos. And come find out, people are growing grapes and making wine in Indiana. So when I retired, that's what we set out to do, to come here. and during my military service, I still played as a bedroom musician. I kept up with music technology. I produced my own records knowing no one would ever hear it. I like to say that an artist is compelled. I do these things knowing that nobody may hear it, but it makes me happy. It's my form of meditation.
You gotta get it out.
You gotta get it out, but more than anything, it takes my mind of all the incessant, craziness that your brain just as the little hamster wheel's always
Very
going.
therapeutic.
It reminds me of, I see online a lot, and I know like this generation is, first of all, there are haters, but I see this comment all the time: give it up, you're too old to be making music, you're too old to be doing this. And I can't get, like, I don't understand that mindset, because at the end of the day, if you're like really into your music, whether, I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody, but I would assume a lot of people, at the end of the day, they do it for themselves. Like, you make music, you write it, you do it for yourselves. There's no age limit on that.
I'm not big enough to have haters, but if somebody hated on me and made that exact comment, like, you're too old, it would just bounce right off. Like, I would take, like, I have an ego like everybody else, and I have feelings, and I get hurt by things every now and again. I try through the years of life to be like, you know what, I recognize that I'm being triggered here.
Right.
I should, I mean, it happens. I mean, and these little stupid little idiot boxes here really again exacerbate that stuff. But I don't make music for those people. I don't make music for anybody. I don't expect to ever be famous for it. But what I can do now with the platform that Emma and I have worked to build is support other people that may have a chance. And I don't really care about that, but I do want to help a younger generation achieve their goals and build a scene here. I mean, and
I like that, because another thing, along with the people, like I said, like your social media haters or people online, is gatekeepers. People like to gatekeep, and and this is my first time meeting you. I've heard nothing but great things about you, but one thing that stood out is I was told that you have all of these things at your access that you could use for yourself, but you're giving your time, your talents, and your accessibility to the equipment, to the studio, to the knowledge, to the experience, to other artists.
I mean,
to help
I don't
other
have a
people.
hit record. I mean, it's I'm never gonna sit here and be like, you should listen to what I'm saying. Like, I've never tried to advertise it like that. I've tried to be transparent, and again, the people that I've been able to surround myself with in the 2 short years that we've been in business, it's been remarkable. I mean, again, we came here to grow grapes and make world-class Indiana dry table wines, which is just like what the hell are you thinking? Like, why would you even attempt that? Well, because we like to do things the hard way, I guess. But music, it was a part of my DNA, but it wasn't part of the motivation of Pilgrimage Wine Company. I met Joe Augustin. I got to give that guy massive props. He's been a massive supporter of live, local, and original music here in Richmond. He's the OG. He booked basically our first year's calendar with phenomenal people, introduced me to so many people, the Vagabonds, a ton of regional acts. I was blown away by June Star when they came through. I mean, I still love to relive that show. It was just absolutely astounding. And I would have never guessed that there was, I didn't bank on it, and so the fact that there are people like Michael and Kyle and Tony and Chris and Jansen and AJ and Paul and Craig and Aaron, I mean, it just goes on and on. It's like I didn't know any of these people, and I will say, Emma and I, to our credit, intuited that one of the hardest things about being an entrepreneur a lot of times is just taking that leap of faith. I know people that have given us not grief, but like, how are you going to do that when you don't know all, you don't have a path? And it's like, that's where the faith piece comes in. You just got to believe that you build it. They say that, I hate that cliche, because it doesn't really jive with our experience in the winery, like build it and they will come. No, it turns out that we built a high-end winery experience, and people that are into wine are very skeptical about any Indiana winery. We have to win them, and it's a difficult.
Your marketing's
sell.
really nice. I
We're
like all the little
trying.
videos you do, all the little
Yeah.
things. I see all of that. I'm like, that's awesome.
Credit to Sarah Fields, our magnificent local, and she is ready as we develop this record label to stand in, and I don't really know what it looks like. I mean, we're still meeting other record label owners to see how she, as a social media guru, I mean, most musicians hate touting themselves. I mean, we like to work on music. We're artists.
I have been talking about that every
but
week.
the hardest part is, and you guys
The
say it all
marketing
time,
part
like,
of it,
you have
yeah.
to be your own biggest fan. You have
Yeah.
to do all this stuff. So
And
we
social
feel
media is a
we
huge thing
feel
right now.
like there may be an avenue for the record label to take that on, but Sarah's time is very, very valuable,
Right.
and so there has to be some sort of way to monetize and compensate her for
Right.
what she's doing, and so that's the search that we're
Deservingly
doing.
so.
Deservingly so, because
Yeah.
she's great at what she does, and but there's a definite need for it. It's just kind of going to be one of those things that we'll maybe grow into a little bit and see how we can maybe. I mean, I'm willing to donate my time, and you know, hopefully we sell these 300 copies of this LP, and really it's our calling card to say to the public, like, look, there's listen to the record. You tell me, do you think this could be on the radio or not? Like, we're about to put it down there, but I can tell you that all of the musicians that are on it, that have heard it, are like, damn, this is good, and obviously to
spin
me,
records here too. We got a record player downstairs.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, we're gonna listen to some digital copies. but-
You're having a company press those for you?
Yes,
Okay.
disc makers. It's being in production.
Yeah.
300 copies.
Damn. Do you have? Are they coming wrapped? Are they going to be factory sealed?
So one of the things that we wanted to do is there's this thing that you do where you can have it sealed.
Mhm.
Ours actually has an opener. It's like a minimal cost, because what we
Okay.
want to do is put basically a business card.
That's what I was
inside
going to
of it.
say.
They're called
Business
drop
card,
cards.
sticker, something like that.
The business card has a code that Bandcamp will spit out, so that when they open it, they can punch that into Bandcamp, and they will have digital access to
Oh, it's awesome.
so they can download the MP3s or the WAV files. So
Okay. I was going to say like the card for like the record studio to try to get people,
you can do
musicians
whatever
buy
you want.
music,
but
you
the
know.
fact that the flap opens
Yeah.
and you can insert, because
That's
our
awesome.
record has, it's got the front and the back, but there's a sleeve.
Mhm.
It's just the standard white sleeve, but then there's an insert that is front and back that has, all the information. But then there'll be a business card in there essentially that has a code on one side and our logo on this. But you can stick stickers. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of merch that you can put
How
in.
much is the record going to cost once it comes out?
Between $25 and $30.
Okay. And
And-
it's both sides.
Two sides, yeah.
Two
8
sides?
tracks.
Okay.
I mean, you can put up to 18 minutes, but our play, I think you can go up to 21, but the songs average, it's about 16 minutes of play. It's a 30-minute front to back, and 4 songs on each side, and each record at we're pressing 300. Costs about $10, so it's a $3,000 investment plus some artwork fees and stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you sell them at $30, that's $9,000. So you know, it
You're not
could
making a
potentially
whole
be-
lot back, but it's a good. Let's do another one kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, again, they get the digital download, which is ultimately how they're going to listen to it. But then,
Yeah.
I mean, but we all know vinyl records are cool.
Yeah.
Like you got it in your
Right.
hand.
Having
The
that
CDs
tangible
are gone.
thing.
I don't need people.
I'm gonna
get
show
CDs.
you once we're done here. I'm gonna take you downstairs and show you our record.
Oh, it's massive.
Alright.
And
It's amazing.
there's a whole other station downstairs, the OG station. This
Nice.
just got built up here, I believe, a year ago.
Yeah.
It's very new up here, but
It's a beautiful venue.
but
you got
downstairs-
here.
We have a great guest couch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
Well,
it's really nice.
This is again, and we've been talking. I mean, there's like on Wednesday, I'm going to meet with JC Clements, who's the leader of Home Act, but we're meeting with the state representative talking about grants to support rustic folk music and figure out how to get grants. Home Act's coming to Richmond. Again, I'm really in love with this concept that Gannett, or however you pronounce it, I mean, this is the birthplace of recorded music. I'm like, that's a story, and marketing is all about great stories. Like, we've got something here, and we
Right.
also have a bunch of talented artists. The next part is to figure out how to consolidate as musicians so that we all believe that we can do something great here, and then turn the volume up or the temperature up and convince the local public that something interesting is going on here.
Well, we also have like a lack of like dedicated music
Right.
venues here, unless you want to play in
There's
a
a
bar
few.
every night. You know?
There's a
So that's what I was
there's
going
a
to
few.
ask. Like, so in short terms, what do you think it would take for everyone to get on board and to make Richmond somewhere that's known for like, oh, they've got good shows out there. They've got a venue now.
I don't
they've
know.
got...
I mean, I wished I had that answer. I honestly don't. I mean, for me, the record is kind of the first kind of step. I mean, we're gonna release it, and I think that will at least serve notice for the people that buy it. That wow, that like there's no skips on this. This is 8 artists, and they're all residents, if you will, at Pilgrimage Wine Company. But they play everywhere. You know, I'm not. I record these songs, and I freely give the rights to the artists. You know, I'm not keeping the rights or anything like that. They can release it how they want. But I mean, I think that and again, volume 1. So we'll do volume 2. We'll do more. I think the radio station, JMO, is absolutely critical. Exactly what you're doing here. You don't play Tom Petty, and like you're gonna build, hopefully, pretty rapidly a body.
It's building quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a key component. I think Homac and Farmet coming here next year, if we do it right, is huge. Again, Joe Augustin is a linchpin. He's done a lot of great things. You should get him in here as well. He knows a lot of people. He knows a lot of things. He's a very talented, eclectic musician.
What was his name?
Joe
Augustin.
Augustin. Yeah, and he runs Roscoe's. He does the library. He does the farmers market. But he has been touting Richmond music for 10 years, and I'm Johnny come lately, and so I owe him a massive debt of gratitude, and I respect and love him for what he's done, and again, I think Craig Wynn is amazing. I think Aaron Nell is amazing, and these are just the people that I've met through Joe. I think most of the folks that play at Sheba's and whatnot. I mean, there's I love again what Kyle and Tony are doing there with the the jam sessions and stuff. I mean, I agree. You said it before. I am a very cerebral. Like I need to if somebody's playing something, I'll be like, I want to get that loop, and then I want to go home, and then I'll come back with my perfect part.
Right.
But I'm not
a jam guy. No.
Yeah, I mean, I get really self-conscious about
Hey,
that.
for me, I don't play instruments. I write I write my songs. The instrumentals that I use, I've either bought from my friends or bought from somebody online, which is something I want to try to do. Is stop buying from random people online. I'm starting to meet musicians, so I feel like I could have those type of instrumentals I'm using be real instruments and real people that I know making it, and that's what I'm gonna try to get to. But sitting there watching it, watching people play it to shredding.
I think another, you mentioned what would it take. I mean, I have to also acknowledge that, again, in this part of the state, there is a big rap culture and a big heavy metal culture, that harder edge. I mean, and I don't necessarily think, because my wheelhouse is more indie rock, more traditional stuff, kind of vanilla, frankly. It doesn't necessarily have to be that for here. I mean, there are some really cool bands that are doing harder stuff. I would like to see all parties kind of come together and see how we can mesh. I mean, it is a case of just because I'm into the more the singer-songwriter folk stuff, doesn't mean that's the way it needs to be.
Well, I mean, in the late aughts and the 2010s, it was very metalcore scene. A lot of bands, a lot of people came out of that, but that was the most toxic music scene I'd ever been a part of. It was elitist, it was gatekeeped, it was this, it was that. We're better than you. This is blah 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 blah. Yeah. There was no camaraderie.
There's only really one outcome to that. It's just
it imploded. It's not here anymore.
It's gonna implode. I mean that's one thing. I again at my age don't have time for it. I mean, musicians honestly are flaky. I mean, we are artists. We are particular. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm not interested in dealing with people that are gonna screw somebody over for their own.
Right.
No, I do believe that the group of, especially the core that you have, I trust Joe, I trust almost everybody that's come out, and that's kind of why I guess I like the folk scene. Is it's yes, there are people that have choice gigs, and I mean there's politics, and you gotta work hard, and even then it's still 1 in 1,000 chance that you'll get anywhere. But
So like you made it to the top, but how did you get
realities,
there?
But we gotta play nice in the sandbox, and if you're not gonna play, that's okay.
It's one thing I've noticed about because I'm fairly new to Richmond and I'm just meeting everybody. Like half the artists I'm meeting are like when they come on the show is my first time. Like today is my first time meeting. But one thing that has stood out to me, besides the talent, is the humbleness and the camaraderie and the teamwork and giving each other their flowers. Like that's something that you don't see. And I've also been like in parts of different music scenes, rap especially. Crab in a bucket. A lot of them are it don't matter how good you are, if you're not popular, they don't want to see you win. Right. And I don't see any of that. Maybe it is here, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't
know that either,
right
but I totally, what I see again is there's just no room for that kind of attitude.
Right.
It's not going to help anybody. I have my podcast, the Pros Podcast, as we talked about, you're going to be on it shortly, but it goes back and forth between winemakers or people in the wine, beer, and spirits industry and my other passion, which is music. And I had this conversation with J.C. Clements, like, why are the musicians that I have been meeting, same question, like, why are they so humble? And Indiana in general is kind of a blue-collar ethos, We're not flashy. If you want to be flashy, those people all went to Nashville, Austin, or L.A., except for Michael. Michael's still here. He's pretty flashy.
I am very flashy.
But in general, the people, like, again, I love to say, like, you can see somebody who might be a janitor or a librarian or a mechanic, and then they get up and they have a history of music in their family, and they can play bluegrass and write a song and melt your heart. And it's very prevalent here. So we've got maybe that Appalachia. There's a lot of musicianship. But it's not flashy, so there's not a lot of pretension, and it's just kind of the roots of who we are, and we are a little bit in a melting pot here in Eastern Indiana, and what's been, again, when I came here demographically, it was supposed to be considered more of a depressed part of the state, along with Western Central Indiana, relative to the rest of the state. So didn't expect a lot of arts. And again, like I've said, I've been absolutely blown away by the musicianship from Muncie all the way down to Batesville, to Cincinnati. We've got people from Dayton that play here at Greenfield. Like this, if you go 60 miles around from Cambridge City, there's a lot of talent. There's no, that is undeniable at this point. So I can't deny that. It's just time to kind of jump on that bandwagon, exploit that, and see where it takes us, and all we can do is just support the artist, and have the good.
And I'm here for the artist too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we should play another set of music.
So for those of you that have just tuned in, this is the Mix
the Motion Show. Listener support at WCI 91.5.
But who you hear talking with us is Scott Eckart from the
Pilgrimage Winery.
Sorry, good. Pilgrimage Winery, as well as a very talented musician that you guys have heard a couple of his songs so far. We're about to tap into some more, starting with Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine. So this song was on record in 2006 called We Bring It On Ourselves as the second track. Inspired by a Ernest Hemingway book that it's the only book that I've ever read that made me cry at the end, which doesn't happen very often. Most people don't even read anymore. But I love the counter melody. I think it's one of the prettiest songs I ever released. So yeah, it's one that I'm still proud of to this day. And all self-recorded, mixed, mastered. I did it all myself. So. And
then we're gonna follow that with Deep Fixation.
Deep Fixation. I'm just gonna put this out there. This is a dance track. Again, I have very varied influences. I'm going to dedicate this one to Tony Hawley, if he's out there listening. I know he's a DJ. I know he loves electronic music. I know
he said he was going to listen.
Yeah,
I know he said that he's into Bob Marley, so I have some Bob Marley samples in here. There's a sample from a killer trance record from way back in the day called Fixation. So this is my mashup of Fixation and my track Deep Within. And it's a breakbeat, Florida breakbeat banger.
All right, so this is the Mixed Emotion Show on listener-supported WECI 91.5 FM, Richmond's public radio. Scott Eckart with Catherine. So you know what to do. Volume's up.
Problems down.
Let's get into it. We live.
It's still coming to the headphones, dog.
Huh?
It's still coming to the
I
headphones,
haven't
dog.
stopped the song yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm still vibing. So if you guys want to call the show, 765-983-1246. 765-983-1246. This is Deep Fixation Scott Eckart right here.
Call while you got the time. It's only going to be open for a very limited time.
Yeah, I just wanted to show I'm not a one-trick pony over here. I've got a few different influences from the EDM thing, indie rock,
I'm loving it,
post-rock. I don't think we're going to have time to play Thieves Move Quietly. I have a video for that on our YouTube channel for our music. But
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go. We got a caller.
Frank Collar.
Thanks for calling the Mixed Emotion Show. Who do we got on the line?
Oh, I'm Matt Hoey. What's up, guys?
What's up, Hoey from
Shout out
Hoey and G's?
Yeah.
And more.
And more.
We love Scott. Oh my gosh, he's awesome. And
Thanks,
I've
man.
been listening to your songs, been listening to the whole show. Very interesting interview and very amazing songs. I didn't know you could make songs like that. I hadn't listened to your stuff yet, so it's really cool for me.
I wish we had 3 hours for him.
All right.
Well, Matt, y'all's track this week is a banger as well, man. So really nice job, man.
I have one question. It might be a little vulnerable, but you and me and some other artists that I know, we have this mentality that rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you come to that mentality? Was it through time? Because I'm an artist. I have to push down my ego sometimes. Did you have to learn that mentality? Oh, this is actually what's best for me and everyone else around me, not to be a crab in the bucket. You know what
Yeah, no, I mean, I think because I was a more dedicated musician when I was in college, and then I joined the Navy and went off, and just kind of that whole ship sailed, and now I just feel so blessed and fortunate to have a vehicle and a venue, and still have been playing music, and now I've met all these great musicians. It just comes naturally to, I mean, I'm 50, dude. I'm not going to be that MTV star that I may have obsessed about when I was 20, but I do have, and my wife and I in the business that we're building, the ability to be altruistic and support you guys, man, and that's that is what we're gonna do, and yeah, it's not for everybody, but at 50 you learn a few things over the years, and yeah, I mean, I still have an ego. I mean, I would love to have a song get picked up for a whatever, but at the end of the day, supporting friends and making music with people and producing records, it's just where I've been lucky enough to find myself, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, and I mean, what I've been doing lately can prove that you can push yourself as well as everyone else at the same time.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
As a local artist, seeing something like this pop up, in the middle, of a field in Cambridge, a town over, I'm oh my gosh,
It's beautiful.
Content. And to have the vibe and that whole Treaty Line Records, one more question real quick. As an artist, if you are another local artist, we're dying. We're yeah, how do we get out there? We want to be involved when we get out there. You know what I mean? How do we get seen by Scott to get involved in that?
You've already been seen, man. It's just a matter of time. Like I said, Volume 1, I mean, I love hearing that. I can't wait to work with you guys. I can't wait to work with so many artists. I mean, I'm already thinking Volume 3, Volume 4. I mean, there's plenty of people from, Isaac Ellison, Michael, obviously, Logan Jackson. I mean, there's so many great artists.
Who's that guy that you play all the time? Lance Workman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be great too.
I've heard the name, but I mean, there's just so many people. There's no, and that's what I've been saying. If we were in a vacuum and it felt well, gee, I'm gonna have to, get creative. There's no getting creative. What I am seeing is that there are plenty of talented people, more than enough people that I would love to just do a track with and see what happens, and then maybe do an album or an EP or something. So, it's a very fortuitous situation. I want to record with you guys. I think the record will show that we can make some high quality recordings with a
yeah.
unique sound signature, and I want you guys to believe. I want you to believe in your own music. Keep releasing music. That's how we get something special going here, and we're attacking it. Not just because it's in our own self-interest, because we want to sell wine and have a business that sells alcohol. I mean, I'm going to an artist meetup in Dayton tomorrow with Nick Kazirnis at a bar. They have a musician meetup, a monthly gathering where they get together and have record label. Like, we need to do something like that, and,
Right.
and we're gonna do it. I don't know if it'll be quarterly or monthly, but we're serious about this. I mean, it's and for us, the record is doubling down on that promise and showing that we're committed, you know, and I think it's beautiful because it's true, you know.
And keeping with that same question, the original question was, how do we get seen by someone like Scott? And that's literally through the rest of us, you know. And it's there's this whole thing in the music business was, oh, it's who you know. It's how you get a job. It's who you know. Well, I like to think that if someone talks to me or talks to Tony or Kyle or anybody around us, if you got talent, we're gonna say your name. And from the very first time I came here, what I do, I said the name of everyone I could think of, because I didn't know if I was ever gonna come back here. It was my only shot, so I wanted to take my time to say as many names as I could. And so it's up to Howie, it's up to me, it's up to Kyle, it's up to Scott, it's up to you. Anyone who's got a platform, anyone who's got a mouth to speak a name, like, you say the name of people when they're not there, and it gives everyone opportunities in that. And I've never heard this crab bucket thing. You guys have to explain that to me. But it's just getting, it's that feeling inside you where, like, damn it, everyone's got talent. Everyone needs to be this guy.
I think that we have to believe. No one's coming to save us. We've got
Exactly.
to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We've got to do it ourselves. There's a great music studio up in Dunkirk, Pat Pig with Mark Eckart. You know, we've got this thing going that's going to be a resource for local musicians. You know, I've hosted a couple seasons of Songwriter in the Round. I see the people coming through, and it's picking your jaw off the floor. There's more people than we have, you know, spots to. It's just, there's no shortage of talent,
Right.
and you know, we're in, you know, we're gonna exploit that to its you know, to its full potential, and that's
All
the
right.
mission.
Hey, Matt, you want to give any shout outs before?
Yep. Any shout outs?
Man, that's really put me on the spot.
Shout out yourself. Shout out to your wife.
Shout out to my wife, Sandy Jeans, for dealing with my manic, and
Let's go.
going on this journey of music, and I don't know. I'll leave you guys and let you get back to the show, and I'll say this, Scott. I think I speak for a lot of us. We are so grateful for you, dude. That positive, good energy is something that, I think a lot of people and musicians and that play live music around here, we've wanted for a long time. Somebody that just accepts us for us and has that loving energy, and that.
Well,
that ego dies there. Ego dies in front of that love.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man, and I got to give props again to Joe, to Craig Wynn, to Aaron Nell, that whole crew at E Street. I'm standing on the shoulder of what a lot of other people have done, have kind of held the line, and I mean, I'm hoping to bring reinforcements and again drop a match on the kerosene and blow this thing up.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right,
We
thanks a
appreciate
lot,
you
Howie.
calling. Hey, we got waiting room in the queue, so hopefully we get to play that tonight. Thank you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Howie and Jeans.
Woohoo!
And love you too, man. Thanks for calling the show.
Bye.
Heck yeah, dude.
So do we want to play a track? I mean, I'd like to play one or two songs off the record.
You wanna,
I'm excited. We just kind of officially announced the
Yeah.
event on August 8th. You
Yeah.
know, it's going to be a record release. Every artist that's on, there's 8 of us. It's the Mortonians. It's AJ Wetzel, has an amazing song that he did. Paul Angiano featuring Chris York. 2 Jasons from Greenfield. Myself. Next is Chad Wansek, has an unbelievable track. Every song he does is incredible. Rachel Appleby, who played today at the winery, she's an amazing young talent.
You know, that's something too. He had a show earlier today.
You did?
I didn't play. It
Okay.
was Rachel with Cody Lakes, another amazing talent. That guy writes sick songs.
he's a great talent.
He's an unbelievable talent. And then Jansen Duncan from Muncie, another 25-year-old. Rachel and the 2 babies of the group. I mean, boy, there's no, again, I can't wait for people to hear it and be like, I want to try and measure up,
Right.
So
Yes,
so
let's
yeah.
play a track. Let
So
him
you
get
wanna-
ready, and then
Okay, you want to do one live, or do you want me to play one first, and then
Yeah.
you tell me? I got them
Either
queued
one.
up right
If
here.
you got it queued up, let's do the Mortonians. This is the first track on the record. Again, Centerville Band.
this is the first time I'm going to be able to hear this. This is
Yeah,
going to be
I
great.
mean, again, and what was fun about this is, I hand played the drums and added a few drums, cymbals, and stuff like that, just to get it on the grid. But Eric Schaefer, who's a wonderkin, guitar, bass, it's his song. He sings it. His bass playing is insane. With Kyle and Dave Zimmer playing the piano. But we did everything as live as possible. So they were all playing at the same time. And then the acapellas, what really shines on this track, I played the Rickenbacker through the Vox. We get that kind of jangled, birdsy kind of sound. But the sound of the vocal is like very reminiscent of a 70s track, which is kind of their vibe and mojo.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, and then we had it mastered by a real high-end mastering, give it some analog grit, and again, very proud of the track, it's a great opener to it just serves notice to what you're about to listen to. So,
Right.
So this is the Mortonians.
Restless Soul.
Restless Soul.
great track.
Let's get into it. All right.
Wow.
That was-
Mortonians number 2, and that's the first track we've been able to play that was on this new record.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a
your
sneak
one
peek.
and only sneak peek. So
Yeah. Can't play that again for a
Right.
while.
Centerville's finest right there. Those guys sing like nobody's business.
Listen, when I'm listening to this, I can picture being at a concert, watching
Yeah.
it perform. I can just feel it, or the picture of what I don't know. I just feel like I'm there
They've
when
got
I'm.
the talent. There's no question. I mean, life does what life does. But
Yeah,
like,
it
finds a
like,
way.
when those guys get together on stage, it's
Hey, we
magical.
definitely gotta figure the
Breathtaking.
venue situation. I mean, there's a whole concert hall here at this
Yeah.
university.
So, I mean, like I said, we're going to release the record. It'll be for sale. We're going to have a big party at the winery. It's our second birthday. But all of the bands that are on it are going to play the record live, and then the Mortonians are going to headline that, and then we're going to have a big barbecue afterwards. So everybody's invited.
Is there a date? Did you say that?
August 8th.
August 8th.
Yep, Saturday, August 8th. Fingers crossed the weather's
Do
great.
you got a time? Do you know?
It'll be 2 to 6. And We'll
Perfect.
we're
Nice.
just
So
gonna,
we go to there and then come to the show.
Exactly.
and all of the
all right,
people
cool.
that are on it are going to be playing. We've got a bunch of fun stuff planned. So let's
That's
do AJ's track. I mean, for me, this thing is AJ. For anybody who's AJ Wetzel, Cambridge City native, he's all over the place. When he comes to Pilgrimage, he plays only his own music, and he's a very prolific songwriter. Usually, will play songs that he wrote the night before driving around the car. I mean, he writes songs like that, and
Awesome.
this one I really gravitated towards, and he's got a producer up in Fort Wayne, so I was lucky enough to let me work on this track with him. This is freaking radio ready. I mean, this could play right behind Tyler Childers on a Spotify playlist. So I don't dig it, man.
So AJ Wetzel, song titled "Go." Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, AJ Wetzel, man, crushing it with Jansen Duncan singing background vocals. Both of those songs, both guys basically did one take, and that was it.
Oh,
And
I love
that's
that.
how
That was
good
awesome.
those guys are.
True talent.
Absolutely
too.
Yeah.
phenomenal. AJ is incredibly, he's ready for the big time, and just about everybody on that record is. We're getting short on time. I want to play one more song. The next one on the record, so that was 1, 2, 3, is a dear friend of mine, Paul Angiano. He's a neighbor. We met early on. He is an incredible, has just an insane voice. He's a very great, kind of infectious performer. He loves what he does. And we co-wrote this song together one night.
Nice.
After the winery was closed. Brown water comes out, drink a little bit of whiskey. He was playing a song. I started putting some lyrics to it. So we're like, okay, well, let's make this a song, because he typically performs.
We got another caller.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Thank you for calling the Mixed Emotion Show. Who do we got on the line?
Hi there, I'm a long-time listener and third-time caller. Show.
Hello, Kyle. What character will you play tonight?
Big fan of Michael William Johnson
The first?
Massive fan of Scott E. Eckart and everything he's doing out there at Pilgrimage. I know that the show's getting ready to wrap up, but I wanted to throw in a request possibly. Scott has a song that I've fallen in love with. It's a very emotional song. It really means a lot to me.
Are you asking him to play that one? Is that you're going to be his live song choice?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys because I'm just just some random dude calling. Scott has a song that, and it also appears, I think it's going to appear on a Treaty Line record.
I might be looking at it right now.
It's called The One That Got Away, and it is just a phenomenal song. And if you don't play the record version, I would love to hear a live version of it on the radio show.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
You want to give a shout out to anybody before you go?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my invisible cat. He's always there for me.
What's his name,
He actually plays fetch with me, which I think some people's invisible cats don't play fetch.
Love it.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, his name's Chris.
I love that name. Chris the Invisible Cat.
Well, you keep filling up your vision board, and we'll keep playing the stuff.
Hey, you don't know me. Don't forget.
Thank you for calling the Mixed Emotion Show.
Hey, volume's up, problems down.
Let's go.
Right?
I love this job.
Yeah. That might be the first time we got 2 calls in one night. I love it.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah. This is Bongiano, co-write, and Chris York, the master on electric guitar, did some amazing stuff on this track. See if you can pick out Paul's. I'm not even gonna lead you with it, but the vocal performance on this. Again, Paul hasn't been in the studio. He came in, recorded, and it was just like, who is this guy, man? He's owning the microphone. The performance speaks for itself. This is a really cool song. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's go.
Giano featuring Chris York. What was said?
Wow.
That was
Wow.
beautiful.
That music, that had some soul to it.
No
like,
skips.
Yeah, like what you were saying as it was playing, you were like, man, the Chris York's little solos brings tears to my eyes, making it sing.
He really does.
Yeah.
He'll be here August 1st too, so shout out to Chris York.
Yeah. So we played the first 3 tracks from the Treaty Line record in order.
Yeah, in order.
So
Yeah.
sweet. So we gave you a nice sneak peek of almost the whole first side.
Yep.
But that's all you get. That's all you get. You gotta buy the album, baby.
That was the one and only sneak peek exclusive
Yeah.
preview
Yeah.
until the album drops.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for it.
Yep.
So
So now we're gonna have the beautiful, beautiful sensations and sounds of Scott Eckart live in the studio.
And again, honor to be here. That was again, it's crazy to think maybe 4 months ago now we had the idea to do a record because I'd moved the studio there from my basement in my house in Fortville, and I didn't know if anybody would agree to want to do a track, and here we are 4 months later, and just about everybody I asked was like, hell yeah, I want to do a song, and now the record's coming out, so there's an immense amount of trust, and the pressure's on me to hopefully deliver, but having made music for this many years, I thought I could do it, and now we've got an album, and I think everybody's pretty pumped on it.
you definitely can do it.
Oh
Yeah, so
you
it's
definitely
really
prove that.
cool. It's so gratifying. It's so awesome. I really want to just help the scene grow, and it's been a true honor. There's 8 artists that we've been talking about. I start the second side, and the song that I chose is a song that I wrote relatively recently. It's called "The One That Got Away." Kyle was requesting it.
Oh, we don't know if that was Kyle.
Yeah, you don't know.
And it might have been Chris the Cat.
Yeah, I know.
But this song is inspired by a theme that I go back to quite often, and it's the One That Got Away was a MySpace tribute page to a band called Four Squirrels, which was at the time the best band to ever come out of Gainesville in the 90s. there were plenty of bands that got signed. Sister Hazel was there. You know, you had Seven Mary 3. I actually opened for Matchbox 20 when they were Tabitha's Secret. They were played in Gainesville for a time. Less Than Jake. There were a ton of really cool bands in the mid '90s, but Four Squirrels were the best. They were They were 21-year-olds when they met their fate. From Tampa, had a very Smashing Pumpkins, REM, which is a big influence of mine. They got signed to Sony. Had just a really cool energy to them. They played at CBGB's. They were 2 weeks away from their major label debut of Sony 550. Their CD came out called Example. And in North Georgia, their van flipped.
Oh, no.
And it killed 3 of the members.
Oh, my God.
So I always revisit that because at the same age as this particular band, watching these kids basically get on the precipice of living the dream and then having the cruel, heartless universe just yank the rug out.
Yeah.
And that theme is something that I've revisited time and time again, and it just burbles up in my subconscious quite often, just this, like, you can have everything figured out and do everything right and have it still not work out the way that you would intend, and that's just life. And
you can do everything right and still lose.
There's no guarantees. The first couple of times I played this, I wrote it in a 2-day period. We didn't even really get into the art of songcraft, but that's something that I love to dig into when we start doing the songwriters in the round. For this one, I just had a little riff and some chords, and man, this is one of those 15-minute songs, and within 2 days, my wife was actually hanging out with me in the studio. I had it more or less done the next day. So that doesn't always happen, but
Right.
This song is featured on the record, and on the acoustic, it's quite vulnerable.
That's what we love.
You'll hear on the record, and it's closer to post rock. It's in your face. It's a very different representation. So I love that. Again, you can play it like this, or you can play it like I played it on the record, and it's the same song but 2 completely different vibes. So here we go. This is called "The One That Got Away." Packed the van with hopes and dreams, southbound under howling rain, radio home and calling fame. Said you're almost there, headlights come and disappear, blown tired of the median, then silence became the wind. One that got away, signed, sealed, and swept away. Gold records in the rearview fade. Best laid plans can often not be made. The one that got away, signed, sealed, and lost and swayed. Gold records in the rearview fade. Best laid plans can often not be made. One that got away. A song waits in an empty room. A chorus waits, but it never lands. Proof the promise wasn't good, no. Proof that nothing could save this band. The one that got away, signed, sealed, and swept away. Gold records in the rearview fade. Best laid plans can often not be made. The one that got away, signed, sealed, and swept away. Gold records in the rearview fade. Best laid plans can often not be made. For the one that got away, for the one that got away, the one that got away.
That was deep.
I got one question about
Yeah.
that specifically.
Yeah.
That song, beautiful. Oh God, that song is beautiful, right? Is there a way to track down and find any of the music that band made before they passed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What
Four
is the name? What is the name
Squirrels
of the band again?
Four Squirrels is the
Four
band.
Squirrels. Can you write that
The
down?
major label debut example. They actually went to like 40 on the alternative charts.
Okay.
What's so interesting is great band. Their song that charted was called "The Mighty KC," Mighty Kurt Cobain. He wrote it about Kurt Cobain, and in the verse of the song he says, "Bury me, I'm ready to go." I mean, it's like it's so foreshadowing. And their music is just phenomenal. They have I wouldn't say rabid, but they're still a fan. Because I think, like a lot of people, I was traumatized. I didn't really deal with it at the time. It's just like, oh shit, that sucks for them.
Right.
Me. But over time, it's just like, it's such a tragedy of immense proportion, because they were such good kids, such great musicians. They were signed to a major label.
Yeah.
They were about to live everybody's dream, and here comes life, and
So
it's just
speaking of life, that leads me to, I got 3 last questions.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna do these
But to
questions and
start
wrap
with
it up.
though, what is the most important lesson you think that you've learned from life that you could give to somebody else?
man.
as-
And it doesn't even have to be music related.
No, it could
no,
be
it certainly isn't. I mean, where I'm at is that the brain creates all of the pain, misery, and suffering, and so it's important to figure out a way to be mindful and I think meditate, and I call it a bicep curl for the brain. Just give yourself a chance to reset, because however bad you think things are, it's just your brain telling you that. I mean, at any moment you can wake up and have a completely different outlet. I love that kind of mentality that the one thing you can control is your attitude and how you choose to approach things. Another great anecdote is this: you'll stop worrying about what other people think about you when you realize how little they do. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all the movie star in our own little movie.
Main character.
We're the main character, and how you choose to wrestle with those demons is up to you. But human beings, as long as we've been modern anatomical humans, have wrestled with this, and so I do gravitate more to the Eastern philosophical practices of trying to just slow the mind down and just be like, you know what, I'm not in a good mood. I recognize that I'm not in a good mood. Let me do a little bit of breathing. Let me do this thing. Let me figure out a way to compartmentalize and come at it with a fresh, maybe attitude. And invariably, every time, things aren't as bad as I might have made them out to be. So
Of course.
give yourself some grace would be
Yeah.
the thing I would say.
Because we are our biggest critics. We
Yeah.
are the hardest on
Oh,
ourselves.
I mean, it drives people insane. I mean, it
And the
drives
next
people to suicide.
Question number 2.
This question is more related to the album.
Yeah.
Music videos or visuals. Is that something in the thought?
Yes.
In the works? And,
Yes.
Okay. So
He has
I
got
don't
such a
wanna-
beautiful property out there. You could
Yeah,
just walk through it
so
playing a guitar and it would look good.
We've
Alright,
dropped
cool.
a few little teasers, but we had everybody come out for a content day, and we are working on a parody video. It will be coming soon. It's modeled after an 80s or 90s whatever Smashing Pumpkins video. It's going to be a lot of fun. It was fun to
that's
record. So yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming.
Smashing grapes.
Yeah.
In quotations, into wine.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there. That makes sense. But yeah, no, and then I will take some of my tunes and forward it to a guy in LA who does these really cool visuals for them, and it's kind of random. But I do love that audio visual thing. So the one that got away, again, I don't know if we have time to play that. If you want to hear the juxtaposition of that song so intimately, and then the record version is just like, it's just a completely different animal.
Do you want me to play it?
If you want, if you.
All right, well, let me ask you my last questions, and then we're gonna play that.
And we
and
can
then
wrap
I
it
got
up.
2 other local
Yep.
artist songs that I promise.
Nice.
I'll
Yeah,
play,
and
so.
I'll
And
hang
that'll
out
be
for
our
them
outro.
as
Yeah,
well.
that'll be our outro. So
Yeah.
last question that I ask everybody, it's a 2-part question.
He's heard it before because he's watched all the videos.
Yeah, but I
Anybody
can't
that's listened
remember
before,
why.
they know this question. Happy day, sun's shining, it's beautiful out. You're driving with the windows down to wherever it is that you're on the way to. What's your go-to in your happy zone song? Could be anybody, could be your own. What's your go-to? At least right now. It doesn't have to be of all time. It could just be like right now. It's summertime right now. So.
What's the happy jam?
Oh man, I'm
You
excited.
said Michael William Johnson the first. No.
No, I'm excited. Death Cab for Cutie is probably one of my favorite
Oh,
bands.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
playing at the amphitheater, but they're more, again, they're a little bit more engaging. It's not a difficult listen, but it's a little bit more pumped up. I think of like just like tropical house music. It would be what I would go for.
No,
We
yeah.
sometimes play that. Another cool thing that we have that I'm really excited about is we have a cargo container bar. It's made out of a 20-foot cargo Connex box that has a staircase that goes up, and it's going to open up, and that's going to be a few hundred yards from our tasting room, but it's going to be a secondary place. And I'm hoping to start doing some lighthouse music and trop house up there, and have some sunsets sets up there of electronic music. But lighthouse music, I mean, that gets me in a happy mood listening to.
Then there's the reverse of that.
What's your everything seems to be going to shit, like you're just in a bad, maybe not a bad mood, but just life seems to be kicking you while
Clouds
you're
in the
down.
sky.
So
Rainy day, just
yeah,
like
I mean, so maybe taking a little juxtaposition there, or a little side turn. And this is kind of funny, because it's not really the stuff that I listen to that much, but forever, I mean, at least 15 years. I mean, when I'm on the road for work, my real job, I go to the gym. It's Linkin Park. Is what I
Nice.
listen to forever. I
Nice.
mean, and on repeat. And what I find so fascinating is it's such a part of my routine that it never gets old. And it's 2 records, and it just plays on repeat. And if I do want something different, I don't know if you know this band, but Hawthorne Heights.
Oh my yeah,
Dude,
I forgot
okay,
about
listen,
them. Wow.
I've been sitting here. This is crazy that you just said that, because I was sitting here when you said Death Cab for Cutie. I was like, I want to ask him if he knows Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Love Ohio is for Lovers.
Yeah.
Is my favorite. I will scream.
Yeah.
That's one.
So I
oh
mean, the
my God, that's so
Midwesterners. I
crazy.
mean, but I don't know how I even
I
got
love
exposed to that. But I have 4 of their records and then 2 Linkin Park records,
I love
and that's kind of my gym playlist. And I
I would be getting pumped to the gym to that.
Yeah, yeah. So
I met the guy, Casey Calvert from Hawthorne Heights, was the screamer in their band. He passed away,
Yeah,
unfortunately, but he
yeah.
was married to my high school English teacher, and he'd
Wow.
be just chilling in the classroom. One random day coming
So-
to class, he might be sitting there and signing stuff for people.
what
just
I
chilling,
loved
like,
about the Hawthorne Heights records is the sound. Again,
Yeah.
as an engineer, I've always thought, and Linkin Park obviously they captured the zeitgeist. I mean, there was something. I mean, that their whole story is super fucking cool, and their music is beautiful. Hawthorne Heights, the sound of their records is just impeccable, and I wished I knew who recorded it, but the drums, the bass, the distorted guitars, I mean,
I love
it just sounds, the record, every one of them sounds great. Every one of them sounds great.
And then, of course, the very last question we ask everybody is inspirational, right? Do you have that? Do you have that in front of you?
words of encouragement.
Words of encouragement, or some inspiring
your
or thing.
biggest. Okay, not necessarily your inspiration, but the person who your biggest push. Like who would it be that inspires you to keep going, to keep doing what you're doing, being who you're being, and making sure that you're accepted with what you come with.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta. Obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously. I mean, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I didn't have the perfect partner, which is my wife. So there's just no. I know that sounds a little bit cheesy. And
Oh no,
cliche, but
I get it. Trust me.
But I mean, I hit the jackpot with her. She's a huge supporter of the winery, the music, and she's brilliantly smart. We just make a great team, and I don't know that many women would be in for what we've aspired to try and do. So I mean, in terms of inspiration, it's just like I know that I wouldn't be here without her support, and so yeah, there's none of this without that. I'd probably be in a ditch somewhere.
Hey, that's beautiful, but it is 11:10, so let's get to that.
We are going a little over today,
Yeah.
y'all, but just because I have to say it once an hour, this is a listener-supported WECI 91.5 FM Richmond's Public Radio. You're listening to the Mixed Emotion Show.
Mixed
I'm
Emotions.
JMOB,
I'm Michael William Johnson the First.
and we got Scott Eckart in the studio with us today.
It's been an amazing show.
It has been, and honestly, you guys have to be on the lookout because there's going to be a part two.
There has to be a part
because
two,
we didn't even
yeah.
get to the tip of the iceberg of
Right.
all the stuff we wanted to talk about today. We just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, there's so much more music. I know you know. I'd love for you to play the
Yeah.
electrified version
Yeah.
of that
Yeah,
song.
we're gonna play
And,
But
and with
then,
that one, that means we've played one full side, right?
No,
Of
this
the
is the
record?
That's the
side
start
one,
of the
but
other one.
but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
basically 4 of the 8 tracks.
Okay,
So, yeah,
cool.
sneak peek.
All right, so you all heard him just play it live. The
Yep.
one that got away. This is the studio recorded version. Following this, we're
Hoey and
going
Jeans.
to have Hoey and Jean's waiting room, and we're going to end the show just like we did last week with Kyle Hazard.
And where was that recorded? Tree Line Records.
Trigger Line Records, yeah.
What it takes to make a home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what it takes to make
Yeah,
a home.
what I- okay.
Before we get into that, I got one quick thing to say, and that is this week's release radar on Spotify not only had Hoey and Jeans, but it had my friend Scott George's band Megan's Room, which was a
Shout out
giant
Megan's Room.
giant staple in the aughts or whatever for Richmond, Indiana, and the surrounding areas. And it also had Another Love Song from Michael William Johnson the
Let's
First.
go.
So in
Let's
one
go.
in one screenshot, I had Hoey, I had Megan's Room, I had myself, and it warmed my heart. I had to make a post on Facebook about it, so I was very, very happy about that. And I know we're about to play Hoey in this next little block, so I just wanted to say that. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. But first, this is Scott Eckart, the one that got away.
Yep.
And I just want to say again,
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
so much for having me, man. It's again, I do believe that this radio station can be a vehicle to
We're trying.
really-
We're here to drive it that
Yeah.
way because
Well,
we're
I
doing
mean,
this for the
this-
people, for the
you know,
artists.
hopefully this is the beginning of many great shows and
most definitely.
playing nothing but original music because it's here.
Yeah.
It's here
There's
now.
there's no doubt.
So, like,
And you know, you're actually making a first here because this is the first time we've ever played like an in-house version and a studio version in the same show.
And also the first show that we didn't play
Was
One
a single, not one single mainstream
mainstream
song.
And I
song.
challenge you to make it be the first, and there will be no other shows where you do play it.
We're
commercial
gonna
music,
try.
because
We'll
again,
try, but I
God
do
will
have
know
other
original
artists
music.
like on the 11th. He's like a R&B rap kind of guy, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I don't have
Okay,
really locals
okay,
of that,
okay.
but
Yeah.
I have some of your songs that'll fit
Yeah.
into that playlist.
Yeah.
So. But my goal, like I said, I was just telling them from the first episode I ever did of the Mixed Emotion Show, I said on that show that my goal was to have a curated playlist, not just one, but a huge playlist to where we can break it down
Well-
week by week and not have to play
The same songs
the
over
same
and over
songs,
again.
and we
Yeah.
have all local artists.
Right.
And it's starting. We're there. It's
I'll
getting
give you some records, starting with Aaron Nell. He's got a brilliant record that he recorded with Craig Wynn that is just a sensational album called, if I could read my thing here, Bridge, Swale, and Hollow. My favorite song's Hop Off. They like Aaron Nell, that record is great. It's on Bandcamp. But, you know, you're going to see more and more artists with singles to play.
I'm
You won't have to
looking
look
forward
hard.
We're looking
Yeah.
forward to
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
That's literally the goal I set out when I started the show.
Mixed
was to-
Emotions!
the Mixed Emotions.
Well,
show.
Jay, I
This is for
appreciate
the locals.
appreciate what you're doing and appreciate being here and man, please look up everybody on that Treaty Line record.
I have,
course.
I have them all written down.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Beautiful.
Chris York, we already got August 1st.
Mhm.
Everybody else, if you're listening,
There's some insane
be
talent in
prepared to be
Dayton.
hit
There's
up
some
by
insane
one of
talent
us
in
for the
Cincinnati.
show.
There's some insane talent in Muncie.
Yeah.
There's some insane talent all around here, man. So
All right.
Thank
well,
you,
thank
guys.
you, Scott Eckart. We'll have
Go
you
for it.
back, and we're gonna get on this last block of music here.
There's insane talent right here in this room. You guys
Oh,
are about to
yeah.
hear another one of them.
Another one.
Another one. This is Scott Eckart, the one that got away, the studio version.
The one that got away. Sunset and Austin twin. Gold records in the rearview frame. Best laid plans can often not be seen. For the one that got away.
So this is the last song of the night. appreciate anybody that's still tuned in with us. We went way over our
I wonder
time
if our
slot.
mystery caller is still listening, because they should be.
They better be. Chris the Cat.
Chris the Cat.
Well, this is listener-supported WECI 91.5 FM, Richmond's Public Radio, the Mixed Emotion Show with JMOB.
Michael William Johnson the first.
You've had Scott Eckart in the building with us tonight. Once again, a very sad reminder that we will not be on the air next week, but we will be back July 11th, ready to go. Hopefully you're all tuning in with us. But I appreciate everyone. I appreciate the calls, the listeners, everyone that's tuned in, all the artists that have been on the show, all the artists that are going to be on the show.
Yeah.
And just to be able to be here and be able to be doing this is literally my life. I love it.
I just got confirmation that our mystery caller is still listening.
He's still
I have one announcement before we move on, and that is well, I'm gonna figure out a way to give you access to the Mixed Emotions YouTube channel or what have you for the videos I'm putting out. But I have made a subcategory now that is the Mixed Emotions Sessions. Okay. It's like our very own tiny desk, and it's just the performances. And it's one song per video, and it comes out every single Friday on, well, right now it's on my YouTube, so that'd be youtube.com/MWJ1music, the number one music. Every Friday, I've already got like 13 of them, or it's probably an inflated number, but a lot of them are already there for premiered. So the entire month of August, I believe, is all Hoey and Jeans. Okay. You know, one of Kyle's just dropped, and then it's, you know, Tony and all this kind of stuff, and it's really cool. So I edit all the video for this, and I put it out as soon as I can on my YouTube, and then every Friday is another performance from the show. So
I love that.
It's pretty good.
That too.
Yeah.
It brings a visual to the show. So
It
if you're
really
not able
does.
to tune in, you can. I mean, for that, it's their live performances.
Yeah.
But you also do recaps of
the entire
of the
show.
episode. So
The only thing that I
that's the last
can't
thing
do is play the mainstream music because it will get us flagged.
Yeah, well,
But now we're
that's
doing.
about to not be a problem
Yeah.
soon. So anyway, without further ado, to unfortunately end the show for this week of the Mixed Emotion Show, I'd rather stay all night, but we can't. This is Kyle Hazard.
This is the longest we've been here.
This is the longest we've been here.
Kyle Hazard!
I'm okay with that. Kyle Hazard. What it takes to make a home.
Yeah.
Also record on the tree line. Tree line. Yeah!
All right.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Are we gonna say anything else, or are we done? Okay. Oh yeah! So make it
If
home.
I turn the mic back on, I'm gonna keep talking.
I know, right? Bro, 11:26, bro.